Yo, this is Zeladina representing for Kwasi and the whole Lion Voice family. Now listen this is the realest thing. Him closer to me than a brother. Him a me G, me a tell him I'm a lion. Me a go tell you how me feel, me a go keep it real. Me nah go wait till him lay down on the mark. Lion Voice never talk bad about me yet. Him realness me can't forget. Cause when a game time him never bench me, him never rise up against me yet. No, the friendship connect. It's funny how we can talk in front of a million people and never yet drop no catch. So a loyalty till death. Lion Voice, and Zeladina representing.
Go to the entertainment attorney because it's not just what's in the contract, it's also what's not in the contract. You may not know, it may look good to you, but there's key provisions that should be there that protect you and that your interests. And there may be words in the contract like exclusive, like in perpetuity, like perpetual. These words, once you see these, your item should get big. You need to go call your attorney right away and sit down with him.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice. Well, how good and how pleasant it is for I brethren and sisters to dwell in perfect love and unity. It's like a precious diamond upon I head that run down to I biceps, even to the skirts of your beautiful garments. Look how she dancing in the wild, wild west. I got my eye on her and her long dress. She says she love dress like an African. Says she an African and she love her culture best. She in a room but she couldn't care less. Reggae and dancehall, that's her main interest. Her and the hip hop made her feet them step. When she hear Afro beats, then she dance and sweat. She love that African drum, bassline sweet, then she whine and go down. Well, it no really matter about the place she's from. Coulda UK palace or an African slum, coulda DC or in a Kingston. Her African culture she a bring come. It no really matter from she old or young. From the melodies.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka Dejazmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm an entertainment attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I'm the host of the Lion Voice. Welcome. Once again, it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. We put on the legal suit and we are talking about Lion Law. So we give thanks for the support that has been coming in. Remember, if you subscribe, you are part of the Lion Pride. The Lion Pride is now 800 lion and lioness and growing daily. So we really big up for the growth, steady growth, consistent growth, and give thanks for everyone who is actually taking the time to watch the videos here on the Lion Voice Network. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about entertainment law and why having an entertainment attorney is important. We've been talking about building your team. Remember that we said success is a team sport. Remember that we said teamwork makes the dream work. All independent artists, all content creators, you have to have a team. And we want to just make sure that we're identifying what that team looks like, and then we're going through each episode and taking a little bit deeper dive. You can go back to the first episode when we laid out all of the essential members of a team for independent artists. And then we are now circling forward to talk about each aspect in depth. Number one, for those who didn't see, we said that you or the I or the artist is the most important member of your team. And within that sphere, we put the entourage. We have an episode where we talk about what roles you want for the people who are surrounding you, the quote unquote entourage of an artist, to make them useful and to be a asset and not a liability. So we talked about that on that episode. We talked about the next most important person on your team, which is your audience, that consumer avatar. Who are you targeting out there in the world for your music, for your content, for your product? That is the second most important person, because without that relationship, everything else does not matter. You're not able to sustain. It's like a fish without oxygen. It's like a body without soul. It's like a man without money. So you have to have the relationship with the audience. So the last Lion Law, we talked about what legal things that you should have in place as you interact with your audience, liability protection. We talked about trademark, make sure you're protecting your brand out there as you put it out into the marketplace. So this episode, the next person is your entertainment attorney. He's the next key, or she. He or she is the next key person on the team. And let me make this clear. There is never a bad time to see an entertainment attorney. For example, you may see them, from you wake up in the morning, you get the idea to be an artist, you may book a consultation with an entertainment attorney. That's not wrong. Why it comes number 3 on my list is because I work with independent artists and I'm realistic. Most of them are not going to the entertainment attorney first. Most of them are doing what they do because they cannot help it. For many creating is not a choice. We create because we have to create. There's something in our soul that has to be made manifest. And so we want to be realistic. So number 3, so I know that you're going to start crafting that relationship with the audience. I know your brethren, them are going to be around you. So the 1 and 2, it have to make sense in the real world. But number 3, the machine move. You're starting to really get some strides. We're going to give you 5 reasons. I like to do the list. We're going to give you 5 reasons why an entertainment attorney is essential. And remember, this is key information for all independent artists, content creators. This is why you need to book a consultation. And let me, before I even go any further, let me just big up the artists in the DMV, Washington, D.C., Maryland. I have a constant stream of artists that have been reaching out, booking consultation, coming, getting their legal work done. We're talking about, being put on retainer for a couple of them are starting to see, and, big up the Lion Law. People seeing the information in the Lion Law and realizing that, okay, if I'm going to take this serious, I've been doing this for 20, 30 years, I've been doing this for 10 years, and we're not really making the progress that we want to see. We have children, we want to build a legacy. Let me put some legal infrastructure around what I'm doing. And remember, you have to invest in anything you're doing if you want to see a return, whether that's time, whether that's resources. Right now, I'm investing, taking courses in marketing, online marketing, in how to really get there, because for the creative consultations that we do, that's one of the biggest concerns, or one of the biggest challenges that content creators, how do I grow my audience? How do I get it out there? So for me to add value during the creative consultation, I have to be on the cutting edge. I have to invest in the learning. In the same way, you have to invest in your legal infrastructure. You have to invest in all the other facets of your content creation, or your artwork, or your music, if you want this to be something that's lasting, and you want to elevate it from a hobby to a full-time job, or a full-time passion, because we're one job, a full-time passion. Because remember, over here on the Lion Voice Network, over here on the Lion Voice, over here in Lion Law, over here on Lion Law, we serve the Almighty first, and then we pursue our purpose, which is our passion. And now we put infrastructure to build our passion. So let's not go any further. Let's jump into, hold on. Let me just take some time to say big up all of the members of the Lion Pride. If you subscribe, you are part of the Lion Pride. As I said earlier in the episode, we are 800 lion and lionesses strong and rising. I had set an initial goal of 1,000 Lion Pride by May 5th. It doesn't look like we're gonna reach this up, but I still want to just say big up. We're on pace to reach there by early July at our current rate, but we're gonna push to reach there in June, by June 1st. Right now is the new lifeline. So make sure you share, you like, you subscribe, so you can send it out for Mr. Alga and him Rhythm, also known as Alga Rhythm. We have to deal with him. There's no going around that. Also, do remember we have a new shipment of books. Shipment of books is sold out. The last shipment, so give thanks for everyone who ordered their signed copies, or who bought their signed copies, who purchased the signed copies. We have a new shipment now, so get your signed copy. It makes a perfect gift that you can send to a loved one. And to be honest, I've been working hard. I'm a little bit under the weather for this, but I keep CMAS. When you have young children and they love you and they have illness, they will come and hug you up, and even the strongest immune system sometimes needs some support. We never drop down on our face though. We give thanks. So it usually 1 day, 2 day, with something like the CMAS, the vital minerals. Here I'm doing pine passion. You know that pineapple is anti-inflammatory. All of these essential ingredients. CMAS makes everything worthwhile. Hold on there. Top of the line. Big up CMAS, our sponsor. Again, we're going to be bringing some more sponsors on board. So we welcome all of the Lion Pride who are there, subscribing in the comments. If you want to support the channel, become part of the core of the Lion Pride. Every content creator has to build a core. This is the new landscape in terms of content creation, in terms of being a creative. Every creative, it doesn't matter what your genre is, you have to build your core audience. And we give thanks that there's technology now where the core audience can support seamlessly. So we have set that up over at Patreon. We're releasing exclusive content of the Bansu family. We have exclusive music content over there as well, unreleased music from the Dejazmatch Kwasi. You've been hearing it at the end of the episodes. Big up everybody who shout out the music in the comments. So join us over on the Patreon. Let us build something wonderful. We're going to start having meetings over there. We're communicating in there, the little of I and I that are there right now. But it's a joy. And anything where you ask for over there, that is where you get the direct response. So you can help us to shape in terms of show ideas, in terms of what you want to see, because you're investing now. So you're a stakeholder in the ecosystem. So that is how we want to build. We want to build a community. So just big up all of the Lion Pride on Patreon. Also remember, we do have the Reading Ras merchandise. So big up everyone who has purchased the Reading Ras merchandise. We have male and female style. So again, big up the Reading Ras. Also, we're preparing for our 100th episode. If you have any ideas, one brethren said the Untitled food, healthy living. We had that already as a concept. If you want to see something like that for the 100th episode, or you want to see a different topic, put what you want for the 100th episode topic in the comments, so that we can prepare. Because this is a celebration. This is consistency beats perfection. This is mind over matter. This is, even though we have 10,000 things I do, we're still committed to building our own platform. This is practice where you preach, because I've been telling my clients this for years, and now I have a newfound love and I have a newfound love for creatives, because it's one thing to see and to know the theory, it's one thing to implement in practice, doing what you say you want to do, which is putting infrastructures around the things that you're passionate about, so you can monetize and therefore make them sustainable. So again, we give thanks. That's how we seal up with the housekeeping. Forward to 5 reasons why it's important to have an entertainment attorney. 5 reasons why it's important to retain an entertainment attorney. Number one, the number one reason is consultation provides education and strategy. So again, one of the reasons that you must prioritize sitting with legal counsel is that you have to get that knowledge. You're entering an industry. That industry has rules and regulation, and has best practices, and many times as creatives we just know what's in our heart to create. We don't know what those rules, regulations, best practices, we don't even know what to look for, so we can't even look for it. So that consultation equals education. Again, you're investing in your own education, your own knowledge, so that you can have a prosperous journey within your creative passion. The other part is strategy. You can ask an entertainment attorney questions. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? And from a legal perspective, we can help to work with you to craft the strategy based on what your outcomes, what your desired outcomes, what legal infrastructure you need to put in place to get that desired outcome. So remember, number one, consultation equals education and strategy. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. Again, we want to keep the Lion Law fairly short, because when the items see the long video them and the name law, you tune out. Me know that. Me know my people, so me have to deal with them accordingly. All right, number two is contract review. Contract review is critical. Don't just sign a paper because you're bridging, and go to the entertainment attorney, because it's not just what's in the contract, it's also what's not in the contract. You may not know, it may look good to you, but there's key provisions that should be there that protect you and that your interests. And there may be words in the contract like exclusive, like in perpetuity, like perpetual. These words, once you see these, your item should get big. You need to go call your attorney right away and sit down with him. Don't make you don't sign any contract. You see a sound like work for hire in a contract. Call your attorney. Make sure, because these things are not necessarily the evil empire in terms of their application, but an attorney will help you see the long run, the long distance, because sometimes it's okay to make an honorable compromise. You may want to license some of your catalog to some and do some deals just to get the ball rolling, because 10% of something is more than 0% of zero. So these are things that you can sit with your attorney and you can strategize about, and again bring those contracts. So the contract review, don't sign anything in this music business because the language you think is simple can have double meanings. Contract review. Number 3, contract negotiation. So, once you review the contract, you may not have the wherewithal to ask for what you need, or you may not have the interest. You don't want to deal with the paperwork. Put an attorney on retainer. Have him go and with the back and forth with the other side's attorney or with the other side. If you're dealing with a large indie label or a large distribution company, guess what? Their attorneys are reviewing for their side. So you're coming in as an independent artist. You're coming into a battlefield and you don't have the weaponry to really get what you deserve. And remember, A wise man once said, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So having an attorney negotiate your contracts can be critical. That's number 3. Number 4, contract creation. You are an independent business. You're a small business. You are going to be contracting people to do work for you. You're going to have agreements with everybody in your entourage. There's going to be paperwork. Your entertainment attorney is going to draft that up. That's why, even though I say, in the order of things, that the entertainment attorney is third, there is no bad time to see an entertainment attorney. I'm just, again, dealing with reality. But everybody in your entourage should have an agreement. Your attorney would draft those agreements. Your management would have an agreement. Your interface with the audience, whether it's your entity formation, whether it's your trademarks, whether it's setting up your copyrights if you need help with that. These things would all be your entertainment attorney helping to create these templates for your business. Even your split sheet template, your entertainment attorney can create that for you. So you move through the industry very professional, and trust me, in the long run it helps, because when you're administrating your publishing, you're going to be glad that you took a professional approach from the beginning, because it just makes organizing your catalog a lot easier. It makes people want to work with you, because remember, again, this is a relationship business. Never forget that. On the Lion Voice, I say, what? My superpower is my network. And I say that for a reason, because most industries are relationship businesses. People work with who they enjoy working with. So remember that. Make it easy to work with you, so you get that reputation as being easy to work with. Before I go to number 5, let me just take some time to say, big up all of the subscribers. Number 5, legal road map. That means an entertainment attorney, this goes back to the strategy. An entertainment attorney can help you to say, okay, this is the strategy. For example, I sat down with myself, who is an artist, and the artist Vex. Inside of myself, me talk, in my head, so there's no talking. It's only crazy if you talk out loud to yourself, remember? So I'm having an internal conversation, and the legal side is talking to the artist side, and the artist side Vex because Lion Voice Network is building up, and artists want to step out on a stage. You know how artists are. And the attorney is saying, listen, you are 40 plus, my brethren. You can't go on tour right now, up and down, go leave your children and leave your beautiful queen. That don't fit you. Why don't we craft a strategy where we go after synchronization licenses, try to, make the music, we'll get placements for the music, you can earn from there, and then you can also craft some spot dates and do limited shows, so you can still run up on a stage and compromise, make an artist sit down and listen, and it makes sense. So sitting with an entertainment attorney, again, legal roadmap. So what is it going to take to do that? We got to clean up the catalog. We got to make sure we got the split sheets. We got to, again, make it easy for people to work. If this is going to be the line of business, we want to make it seamless. We want to put systems in place to ensure that the end user, which is going to be a music supervisor or somebody of that vein, is going to have a very positive experience when working with us. This is what an entertainment attorney can do and bring to the table. Again, we have 5 reasons why entertainment attorney is necessary for the team. Honorable mention, let's just touch some honorable mention reasons. Connections and the network. You can't forget when we said the superpowers and network. I provide opportunities for my clients all the time. So, I just reached out to one of my clients to get a quote for something I have coming up down the line, and that's going to be major. Other people, we interact with labels, we interact with all people across the music industry spectrum as entertainment attorneys, because we're doing different deals, we're reviewing things, people come to us, we're known in the industry. So if there's an opportunity that arises and you have your entertainment attorney and you have a good relationship and he knows you're reliable, he knows your infrastructure, your capability, he can help to advance your career strategically as well. So connections is important. Again, honorable mention to the elevation of the brand. So by having an entertainment attorney, you step into a negotiation and you say, I'm going to have my attorney look over it. And then you become known as someone who is serious about their business because you have an entertainment attorney. It's part of people taking you serious as a brand, as a professional. So honorable mention to network connections and the elevation of the brand. So these are 5 reasons why it's important to have an entertainment attorney. Did I miss anything? If I did, drop it in the comments. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Big up the Lion Pride. If you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. 800 and rising. We're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers here on the 2nd largest search engine on the planet, because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Lion Voice. Well, how good and how pleasant it is for I brethren and sisters to dwell in perfect love and unity. So like a precious diamond upon I head that one down to I high steps, even to the skirts of your beautiful garments. Look how she dancing in the wild, wild west. I got my eye on her and her long dress. She says she love dress like an African. Said she an African man, she love her culture best. She in a room but she couldn't care less. Reggae and dance, all that's her main interest. Her and the hip hop made her feet them step. When she hear Afro beats, then she dance and sweat. She love that African drum, bassline sweet, then she whine and go down. But it no really matter about the place she's from. Coulda UK Palace or an African slum, coulda DC or in a Kingston. Her African culture she a bring come. It no really matter from she old or young. From the melody sweet she not got hold her tongue. She be singing and dancing in the wild, wild west. I got my eye on her and her long dress. She says she love dress like an African. Says she an African man, she love her culture best. She in a London, couldn't care less. Reggae and dance, and that's her main interest. Her and the hip hop made her feet them step. When she hear Afro beats, then she dance and sweat. We no fear internet. Babylon can defeat Almighty in flesh. Babylon full up with pure intellect. But when we check it out, the whole of them depressed. Practice wickedness, whole of them sleepless. Them no stop pop pills, through a bag them a deck. Rob a Babylon mad and them sick and them vex. Babylon love curse, every day them vex. Babylon love slave, your days for paychecks. Study Babylon ways, you just save for debt. That's why Rastafari she requests. That's why she love to come a dance and wear some African dress. That's why when she dance and sweat. She treat it like exercise, keep her thighs in check. She full of African pride, that's the side she rep. She wants the Africans rise, and that's why God bless. That's why